Benjamin Franklin was actually right when he said, without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom and no such thing as public liberty without freedom of speech, meaning both freedom of thought and freedom of speech can be very easily considered to be fundamental, imperative, profound, critical, and necessary and paramount virtues, conditions, and rights not only in the world that has helped it grow, develop, and attain progress, that has again brought it to the present stage of development, enhancement, and scientific innovation and advancement that we sometimes are not able to identify or recognize the world itself in which we are living. Again, that has become possible because of our freedom of thought and freedom of speech, and also because of our persistent devotion and pursuit of integrity, morality, character, knowledge, science, technology, wisdom, and so on and so forth. And also in almost all men's lives, as well as in the determination of the individual character, wisdom, morality, perception, outlook, thought, and in the relationships, actions, encounters, and friendships, jobs, professions, and in everything else that man attempts, does, becomes, achieves, and performs, there is always the freedom of thought, because without it, there can be no wisdom, intelligence, critical thinking either. And alongside, there is also the freedom of speech, which enables him to basically speak his mind and express his authenticity, truthfulness, wisdom, and to basically live by his original standards, organic qualities, and alongside with his sovereignty, individuality, distinction, and independence of attitude without any external threats, governmental disruptions, corruption, double standards, and obviously barriers, judgments, assessments, and so on and so forth. So all these things becomes possible for us, obviously because there is public liberty, because of freedom of speech. So we definitely need and deserve freedom of speech, because it's one of the fundamental pillars and foundations of our ability to live in society with our not only individual freedom, personal liberty, but also with our absolute reality, authenticity, sovereignty, character, and for everyone else also. And without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom. So we have to have these freedoms internally and externally also. And if we have not been given these freedoms of thought and speech, then obviously there is no liberty, equality, justice, freedom of any kind in the country. So that